Shalom, shalom. It's the brother Yahweh Shaphat coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Al-Hayanawa, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. Double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and rule well in these scriptures. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. And I want to speak on, pretty much how when it comes to judgment, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah has no respect of persons. And he expects us to present judgment in the same way. You know, let's see, this is Deuteronomy 1:17. Ye shall not respect persons in judgment, but ye shall hear the small as well as the great. Ye shall not be afraid of the face of man, for the judgment is Yahweh's. And the cause that is too hard for you, bring it unto me, and I will hear it. So, this was Moses telling the congregation, you know, when it comes to judgment, you can't have respect, you know, when you're making a judgment. You know, you're going to hear the small as well as the great. You know, that being said, you can't, for an example, you can't you can't hold somebody that's small to a standard, like a regular person, and then you would say, okay, well, he's P. Diddy, so, man, that's P. Diddy, man. I can't treat him the same way I treat you. No, man, when it comes to judgment, you're supposed to treat everybody accordingly. No, whether they small or great, and that's how Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah moves. He expects us to move like that as well. You know, when these other camps go off, the apostles, brothers, you know, elder bishops, they get on these camps. Hey, when they do something right, they get commended for it. You know what I'm saying? You know, but when it comes down to it, if you going off, it don't matter who you is. You know, who you are. You know, you have to be, you're going to be judged accordingly. You know? Hey, and ultimately by Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. And that's the point of this lesson. You know, so the Lord don't care about you being a child. He don't care about you being old. If you going off, man, you're going to be judged for it. Now, ultimately, we in a time of seeking Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah through this word. You know, people are already bugging the hell out, man. You know, Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the strength and stability of thy times. You know, so we in a time where if you don't have this word in you, you're done. They working on trying to get rid of the scriptures. They're working on the famine of the word. Hey, and the Lord is putting the spirit on them to do this because the scriptures do tell you, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Right now is the time to seek him. Right now is the time to be heavy into these scriptures because we're not going to have these tools forever. The prophets ain't going to be teaching forever. You know. Let me get this precept. This is 2 Chronicles 15, verse 12. And they entered into a covenant to seek Yahweh power of their fathers with all their heart and with all their soul, that whosoever would not seek Yahweh power of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. You know, so that's how our forefathers were moving, and that's how Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah is moving in this time. Like, he put the spirit on them to move like that back then. Well, the Lord is in that spirit. He's always in that spirit. It doesn't matter who you are, small or great. If you're not going to seek Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, ultimately, you will be put to death. This isn't a joke. The Lord don't give a damn about you being an older man or a little baby. If you're, hey, and that's understanding the Lord's judgment. When you see a child get put to death in a storm, you can't say, well, that was just a little baby, because you looking at it from a carnal standpoint. You looking and saying, well, that's just a child. How could the child have done anything to deserve this? Ecclesiastes 1:9. The thing that had been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. That child isn't new. I'm not new. You're not new. We've all been here. So that means we done went off in a past life. Hey, if the Lord got it to where set up to where you're gonna grow up, you're gonna repent for the things that you've done in this life and your past life, like He allowed some of us to have that option. You know, that option was presented to us through Yahweh Shai. Everybody don't get that option. Some people are meant to come down here, make it to 5 years old, and be killed on a school bus crash. And I'm just using these things as an example. The judgment of the Lord is you come down here and play out your judgment. When you perish, when you die, when you go to the spirit world, whatever the things that you've done in the flesh, you'll be told what your judgment is for said things, and you're sent back down here to play out that judgment. You know, and that's just an example of the judgment of the Lord. But when it comes down to it, you know, hey, when the Lord presents judgment, He has no respect of persons. And I got a precept that I want to use to back that up. This is Ezekiel 9:5. Salaki, this is Ezekiel 9:4. And Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And go into the others, he said, in mine hearing, Go ye after him through the city, and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin in my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. So there you have it. The Lord told that death angel to slay utterly old and young. And who did He tell them to slay? Those who are not marked with the mark for exemption. We want that mark for exemption. You know, so you want to rehearse the righteous acts, which is trying to keep the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. You want to serve Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. You want to fear before the Lord, man. You want to try to teach your children to do that, because the same way you teach, like when we go out there and teach, you get the blood off your hands, whether your children will hear or forbear. They know what we about. So if they choose to follow us, that's on them. If they do not, that is on them as well. You know, we can only do so much as the men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And I got one more precept I want to get, and I'm going to close out with that. You can't deliver your child. If the Lord has it for your child to be delivered, then it don't matter. They're gonna make it. But ultimately, this is all about the elect and the 1/3, because they are the only ones who are going to get the mark for exemption. Let's see. Let me get Ezekiel 9 in a blue letter, and then I'm gonna hold this precept that I wanted to grab. Ultimately, we gotta worry about ourselves. You know, if we make it, anybody else that in our family, and hey, anybody that's in our family that's preordained to get the hell up out of this place, man, they're gonna make it regardless. But you can't. That's the thing. You know, we can't make nobody of the elect, and we can't save nobody either. You know, those who don't want to listen to us, there's nothing that we can do for them, whether they be a child or somebody you don't know. You know. Bear with me, Aki and Baba Koshai. I'm in the blue letter. Let's see here. I think I wanted Ezekiel 9:4. Yep. So that mark, the word for mark is it's the Hebrew and not sure. I want to say it means tawa, but yeah, so it's saying tav, but I'm not an expert in the Hebrew, but this just goes to show you that it's a difference in a like Revelations 3:16, though the Greek, the Hebrew there is charagma, which means a mark or incision into the skin. This, it means an implication, a signature, desire, a mark. So hey, the elect are the ones who are gonna get this mark. Let me get a precept to back that up. Because the ones who are gonna be exempt from judgment are gonna have Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's names written in their foreheads. The definition for tav is said a signature. So okay, this is Revelations 22 in verse 4. And it says, and they shall see his face, and his name shall be in their foreheads. Let me get this last precept, and then I'll close out there. Like I said, man, you want to try and present this word to your children, but if they don't listen, it ain't nothing you can do, man. We can't make nobody be numbered among the elect. We can't even do that for ourselves. But once they know, they know. And their blood is off of your hands. This is Ezekiel chapter 14 and verse 20. Though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live, said Yahweh Power, they shall deliver neither son nor daughter. They shall but deliver their own souls by their righteousness. Hey, man, and that's heavy, man. You can't deliver your son or your daughter. You hope that the Lord has it for them to be delivered, but we can't give deliverance. We don't have that. It's not in our power to do that. What we can do is push out this word, and whoever's gonna hear it and forbear, they will. Whoever doesn't, they won't. But hey, when it comes down to that judgment, the Lord don't give a damn if you are the son of or daughter of a prophet. He don't care how old you are, if you 80 years old or you're 8 years old. If you out of line and you ain't got that mark for exemption, you done. And I'm gonna close out with that, man. And Lord willing, this was edifying. All praise, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh, Allahayah, Nahu, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah, putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. And to the next one, I say Shalom.